Hey guys, good morning. Thank you for joining. We're just getting started with today's severe weather breakdown. Sorry I'm getting a little bit of a late start. Kind of woke up late, didn't sleep really well. So we're going to go ahead and monitor our severe weather threat. A lot of states involved today. It's going to be a predominantly damaging wind event here. Severe thunderstorm warnings are already going off in multiple states. Tennessee and Kentucky right now, as this MCS type system is really moving through. This is more of an enhanced area of a mesoscale convective system that pushed through parts of Kansas and Missouri last night. So just continue to monitor these conditions here as these storms progress east. This is going to be our main threat. Isn't even really going to be as much hail. It's not going to be as much as tornadoes either. There's actually a zero tornado threat, though. I mean, on the offhand, that there could be a random spin up somewhere, but I don't think there's much of a tornado threat as far as this storm goes today. I'm actually not going to be able to really cover this evening as it pushes into the Carolinas, so I'm kind of doing my stream right now. This is rather big mesoscale.
Someone did a bike ride, you will get stand up and you have a look.
Oh, sorry about that. Trying to figure this out here. But yeah, so this is going to be pushing into the Carolinas. We can kind of take a look at what this is going to do today. Kind of see this wind damage type storm forming here. It's what we call an MCS, mesoscale convective system. It's just going to be basically a grouping of thunderstorms that comes together and produces a line of very damaging winds. I don't know, they might even classify this as potential derecho if it really gets strong. So we're going to take a look at our full scale here and kind of see what this is going to do. Definitely going to produce maybe some damaging hail in some minor areas. As it pushes through into North Carolina, I think it's really going to start enhancing. There's going to be these areas of damaging winds here. Let's take a look at our previous model and take a look at what they're saying. I think these are going to start to get a little bit more organized. We're going to see some maybe some supercells that are a little elevated. Doesn't look very organized. It looks like it's going to be very spot shower type thunderstorms here. Hey, what's up, Bree? Can you check Louisville? Absolutely. We're going to take a look right now at Louisville. I would say by mid-morning into afternoon for Louisville, the threat will probably be generally out of that way. But I mean, we got severe thunderstorm watches right now all the way to the North Carolina line, all the way up here into the Ohio River Valley. So Louisville is going to be right towards the Ohio line, so take a look here. There's some showers and storms in and around Louisville this morning. Looks like a good portion of this line here has already passed through Louisville. Right now, Louisville doesn't even have that severe thunderstorm watch. I think the majority of this is actually past you this morning with the worst chances for severe weather. It's going to be now, this line is going to be pushing over in this direction. So as it continues with that daytime heating, I think it definitely is going to get stronger in some of these areas. It's not a very well organized system. Some of these ones down here south in Tennessee are a little bit more energized and are severe. And this is going to be some of these damaging winds here coming towards, what is that, Spring Hill, Thompson Station, Nolensville. How's it going, Melanie? Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Always happy to cover, look up certain areas. This is a pretty wide area of severe weather coverage today. So I'm not really going to be able to cover the entire threat today. I do got to work almost all day today. So I'm actually kind of late. So I just thought to hop in. This weekend's very busy, so I'm going to be trying to do my best to hustle. So we got multiple counties right now: Davidson, Macon, Robertson, Sumner, Trousdale, and Wilson counties under a severe thunderstorm warning. We have Cheatham, Davidson, Dickinson, Hickman, Humphreys, Murray, and Williamson counties in Tennessee also under a severe thunderstorm warning. We have a couple of counties here in Kentucky, which include Logan, Simpson, and Warren counties under a severe thunderstorm warning. We had one flash flood warning for Crawford and Lawrence counties in Illinois. So, hey, thank you so much, Melanie. It looks like we're going to start to see a little bit wind down in the severe weather pattern. It needed to happen for at least a little bit. I think our country has seen enough severe weather over the last couple of days. It's been very wild. Except I would not be upset if they sent some here to Texas because I'm on a little bit of a on the ground storm chasing, a little bit missing some of the weather down here in Texas. But yeah, so this is going to be our severe weather threat this morning. This is going to continue to push this afternoon into the Carolinas, even into parts of Georgia. They said even here up in New England, there could be a little bit of a severe threat, and they're considering expanding this slight risk into parts of New England. Weirdly enough, the only tornado risk today is up here in Maine. I was kind of taken back by that. And it could be some of these random supercells that develop, which is just really out of place. But we're definitely going to see some of these, that energy from the MCS is going to spur these strong, possibly some elevated supercells here that will go severe. Looks like it's going to be more of a scattered severe weather threat into parts of North Carolina and Virginia and South Carolina. Even could start up here in parts of Georgia this afternoon. We could even get some up here in West Virginia. So I think that is going to be mostly the threat here. I don't think as far as a big tornado day. We'll go over our threats here. Biggest tornado threats actually going to be Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, Worcester, Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts, and Hartfield, Connecticut. That is actually the biggest tornado threat today, believe it or not. is not going to be here. It's actually going to be up here in New England. So we'll have to see what happens with that potential severe weather threat. I don't think it's going to be an all-out tornado outbreak like we've seen over the last couple days, but maybe an isolated supercell does form and we do get a random tornado risk. But they didn't really. They've only got a general thunder or a marginal risk for severe weather. Our biggest threat today is going to be, of course, damaging winds. It's going to be spotty. Not everybody's going to see it, but they're going to be within these storms. A lot of people live in this area. Potential affected area, 37 million people. But it's going to be more spotty. And the hail threat today does include these same areas that could see an isolated storm that produces a lot of hail. Other than that, that's pretty much the breakdown for today's severe weather. Over the next couple of days, looking at the severe chances, there's only going to be minor chances in and around parts of Louisiana, parts of the deep south into Florida. It's just a marginal risk for severe weather, meaning that you can get an isolated pop-up, but it's not going to. Most of the storms are not going to be severe. And you only have a 5% chance of damaging wind, which is a very small risk. Looking at these threats here, I'm kind of taking a look here at our risks over the next couple days, and they kind of are very sporadic. Maybe some thunderstorms start coming up here into parts of Austin, but it doesn't look like it's just a general thunderstorm risk. Maybe even some storms around Austin tomorrow as well. Somehow, some way, it avoids San Antonio again. I wish we would get some rain here in Texas. We're in a really bad drought right now. And it looks like we're going to get deeper and deeper into another strong heat wave coming this week. So, we don't even really have chances for any notable storms. It's just going to be hot, 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 prolonged heat. So, that's kind of the severe weather breakdown. This isn't going to be a super long stream. I just kind of wanted to update everybody of what was going to be going on. Like I said, there's going to be severe weather today here on the East Coast. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know. Oh, that's Atlanta. But there's going to be severe weather here. Really anywhere from here over to parts of Georgia, I think has a isolated damaging wind and hail threat. If I go over here to our models, and I'm going to also take a look at our NAM 3K model and kind of get an idea of what they are saying today as far as what this weather is going to do. And they're also showing a little bit more as far as activity. They always do. That's kind of just the NAM 3K model way. Definitely seeing these storms here along this line. This is going to progress. Our best shot in the Eastern Carolina is going to be around 5. Probably our best shot for Wilmington. Could see some damaging winds around in between 5, 6, 7, and probably exiting the area by 8. But we start getting this really serious wind damage line here down into the Carolinas, probably around and Georgia as well, eastern Georgia, probably around 8 o'clock. So, like I said, big area to cover today. This is going to be a predominant wind damage threat. It's just going to kind of form here, and then it's going to kind of keep bowing out with these lines here. And it's just going to continue to push down and down and down. So that's a little bit of your guys' update this morning. I'm not really going to be able to cover this event, like I said. Do apologize, but if I make it home in time late this evening, I might jump on. But I think a majority of the threat is going to be over with because I gotta get to work this afternoon and try to make some money. I can't be covering this all day. It's not going to be a major tornado threat, though there could be some flooding issues along the Carolinas. This is low country right here. These are some big flooding areas here along the coast. Low country in North Carolina gets some prolific flooding. Let me tell you, I used to live there. But like I said, as far as the severe weather goes, it's going to be this is going to be probably into around noon here. It's probably going to be in between 1 and 2 o'clock. This is probably going to be, I want to say 3 and 4. And it's going to start coming around into the Carolinas probably around 5 to 6, and then be out of the area and further south around 7 to 8 o'clock. So it's going to kind of take that route. But yeah, it's going to be more of a damaging wind and hail threat. So that's kind of, unfortunately, that's kind of the time that I have to really go over this storm. But that's kind of an idea of what's going to happen. And if I go over this model and guidance one more time, you can kind of see how this progresses. It's not going to be really strong at first. You're going to see some of these severe storms kicking off around 11 o'clock for areas like up in Nashville around 11, probably up in southeast of Cincinnati. These storms start to fire off around 1 o'clock for places along the Appalachia. We also got these storms here in Charleston, West Virginia. This is giving you more of this damaging wind line here that forms. And then by 6 o'clock, we're really going to have this long, prolonged line of severe weather in and around the Carolinas, Virginia, also into Georgia. And I think that the line is going to really start sinking into eastern Georgia, possibly coming into northern Florida, possibly. But a majority of the worst of that wind damage threat, and some of the winds could exceed 70 miles an hour in some areas along that bow. But the worst of this should be just about finished after about 9 o'clock, maybe 10. Should be starting to diminish. It's going to be It's going to be a wild day as far as severe weather goes. I think it's going to be more of a scattered severe threat up until about 2. And that line really starts coming together, therefore, afterward, especially into the Carolinas here. We start really getting into this more connected line of convection here. We can kind of see how that forms right here around 5. You get these lines of thunderstorms really starting to form around 5, coming towards Wilmington. And by the time it gets to Wilmington, North Carolina, Jacksonville, Myrtle Beach, it's going to be much, much more of a bow echo. And now it's very mature wind damage event going on south of Charleston, Statesboro, and into Savannah. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm about to. Unfortunately, I have to sign out soon because I gotta go to work. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, connecting with me on my other social medias, Twitter and on Facebook, where you guys can talk to me anytime if you have more personal questions that I can help answer wherever I'm at. Facebook at the Storm Chasing Guy. I'm also Twitter at the Storm Guy. So if you guys have any further questions, I'm more than happy to help. But I really do appreciate everybody who joins my channel and listen and takes these precautions and has weather radios. Also, make sure if you're in a severe weather prone area to have some kind of a first aid kit. Those things can really make a difference. Let's see, Twitter. So we do have that severe weather threat. Right now there's storms going on in Kentucky. We also have that threat extending into extreme parts of eastern Carolina right now. We got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. This is going to be continuing. We have severe thunderstorm warnings in Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee right now. You can kind of see that here. These storms coming in and around Cincinnati area, maybe just in the south of Cincinnati, Ohio. Hey, thank you guys. I do appreciate it. So you have Frankfort, Kentucky, some of those strong storms overhead. And then you have some of these strong storms over downtown Nashville right now with that severe thunderstorm warning. More of that line segment that will be propagating further north today. Thank you guys for listening to this morning's severe weather coverage. I really do appreciate you coming by. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It does help to get warned of future storms that could potentially happen. Living in this part of the country, it happens every single year. So better to keep warned and informed, and make sure to hit that bell notification for updates. And thank you so much, guys, for joining up. And yeah, have a good one, guys.